Okay. Success. Good morning. We're back again for Coffee and Composing. My autofocus on my cameras acting funny. Cheers. June 20th. And we're back again to do some sonic explorations of a Friday morning. This is going to be the last one of these for a while, because I am not going to be around for a few weeks. But I'm going to try and do some other type of videos. And if you have anything that you would like to see tackled in more detail, found sound, what we're going to talk about today is minimalism and rhythmic patterns and that kind of composition. Orchestration, harmony, whatever's on your mind, unusual ways of mixing templates, any of that kind of stuff. Or if you're really feeling it, I'm trying to work on a guide of how to incorporate AI into your workflow without losing your creative autonomy and your creative decision making. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like yet. And I'd really appreciate some help on what is it that you look for when you're working with AI. Like, obviously, as composers, we all want to retain our creative voice, and we don't want to just press a button and stuff happens, because that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the creation. So where in your workflow is AI relevant? Where do you think it can be helpful? Where do you just not want to see it at all? And let me know. I'd love to know, because I would like to see a place where all of us creative people are making things in a hybrid approach that's not kind of encroaching on our sense of identity and sense of self and our creative autonomy, because ultimately that's kind of all we have, isn't it? So let me know. Drop a comment. I have it actually. While I have you here, I'm going to put in a link to the latest blog, which is just about this kind of thing exactly. So if you're not signed up, please come along and say hi, especially because I won't be around on the live streams for the next few weeks. Anybody that's checked out the Brian Wilson cover, thank you very much. It was such a pleasure to go through that song, as harmonically it's so unbelievably beautiful, and the melody in it and the lyrics and all, just what an amazing songwriter, and what an amazing talent to think about. And I suppose one of the sad ironies when people pass away now, that their work is kind of brought out into the spotlight again, and you feel it should always be there, but it just reminds you of how good these people are and how talented and how inspirational. So anyway, that's all I got about that for the moment. So hit me up and let me know what ways can you see AI working for you, if at all. If we're all going to be, it's like going to be when digital MP3s took over and physical media decided to say goodbye. Anyway, what are we talking about today? We are talking about minimalism, and specifically kind of minimalistic repetitive patterns. So this sounds very arty, but it's really not. So here's a little bit of something I was doing yesterday, and I'll talk you through the kind of the bones of the structure first of all, and then I'll explain kind of how to evolve the idea into kind of rhythmic patterns and melodic patterns, and they call them cells, little melodic and rhythmic cells that fit together, kind of like a jigsaw playing together. I will give you a listen to the whole thing, and you can kind of get a feel for what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. It actually repeated after this. How many bars is it? I do like to have uneven amounts of chords in in chord progressions. I don't know why. I should stick to 4s and 8s and 6s and all, but the chord progression in this, we've C minor, B flat major, and we have A flat major, F minor, G dominant, back to C minor. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. So really I should have put another chord in there just to kind of make things even, but I didn't want to do that. So there you go. So the initial idea here was, if you guessed the time signature, fair play to you, because the time signature here was quite obscured, and that was kind of intentionally done as well. So it's actually in 6/8, and the main kind of anchoring rhythmic figure is this piano part. Now again, these are sketches of ideas, so this is even before we think about like orchestration and where are these patterns going to end up going, what instruments am I going to throw them onto, whatever. So here's the piano part. So we have C minor, B flat, A flat, F minor, G dominant, and back to C. Okay, so the reason that sounds so weird is because it's actually, the tempo is in 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But where I've placed the chords are deliberately every 4 beats. So I kind of want to have this sense of 4/4. So we have this 1, 2, so B 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that just sounds like me crazily talking numbers into a microphone, and it is. Let's bring it up here just so you can see it kind of in MIDI land. So if I zoom in here, here's my breakdown of beats in the bar. So we have our 6, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have our next one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our next one here. So that's kind of the idea behind that. So then I had my harmonic skeleton. It's just a chord progression. I have a little kind of a melody line for later, but I'm not too interested in that for now. So what I wanted to do then was I wanted to add a static rhythmic and melodic figure that just repeats over and over and over and over again. So the first one we have is just in 3s. Over and over and over again. Which sounds boring on its own. And yes, it is right. It is kind of boring. But the point about these melodic cells or rhythmic patterns is when you place them together and you play them in conjunction with each other, you get this kind of textural pattern, which sounds a bit like this. Where different notes will jump out as kind of being stronger notes, and as the melody changes, it develops, and as the harmony changes underneath, should I say. So we started off with this 1 in 3, which is just every 3 beats. So we have this. This is just an octave above it. So what I can do is this pan left and right, kind of give it a little bit of a stereo spread. And with the click, just to give a bit of context. So there, it's pretty straightforward. It's just 3s. And we have the notes we have. Let me just unpan that. I was getting ahead of myself. This is what happens when you go mixing things. When you shouldn't. So so on the C minor, it ends up being 4, flat 3, 2. Moving to the B flat, we have 5 kind of flat. Where are we? 5, 4, 5, 4, 3. A very consonant. Then for A flat, we've 6. That's where it starts to sound quite nice. 6, 5, 4. Well, flat 4. Is it? flat 4. Then we have 1 flat 7 6. And G, we have flat 7. Well, brain is gone. Flat 6. 7 flat 6. So I deliberately picked notes that would, the super consonant one is the B flat, where we have, that's really nice. But all the others are kind of color tones. Some of them more dissonant than others. And then we have this repeated da, 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 da. So when we play it with the harmony, we've rhythmic interest with the chords in a kind of a 4/4-ish kind of idea. And then we've got harmonic interest with the notes changing their values as the harmony moves by. So have a listen together. Pretty cool, right? And it really, really easy to get there. It's literally just chords and then repeating pattern. And the great thing about this is the melodies that will stick out and the rhythmic patterns will stick out. They kind of organically come out of the texture. So when you think about orchestration later on and what instruments might play these patterns, and you can split up all of the pattern into different instruments. So beat 1 could be one instrument, beat 2 of the triplet could be another instrument, and then another instrument. So you could have this kind of really lush texture, and what you're doing is something really simple. So the next layer I added on that was another group of 3s, and this time, and is that my first group of 3? Way down here. So I just doubled the speed. So same thing again, same harmonic language, just double time. So instead of 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, we now have ba 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 ba. So I'll get rid of the harmony for a minute and get rid of the first pattern. Second pattern then, same thing again, F, E flat, D, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, except we've doubled the speed. So it'll have the same effect harmonically when you play it with the chords, but texturally it'll be slightly different. So again, I'm only using the piano here as an example. Did I just erase that? That was a bit silly. So don't worry if it sounds a bit shit, because by the end, this is just a sketch, you know. Where this sounds really, really good as well is guitars. If you play electric guitar and you start doing some of these textural work, so Really good example of this kind of idea is the Radiohead song "Weird Fishes." That has a great textural stuff with rhythmic complexity, but the harmony is quite straightforward. You've just got these kind of rolling chords. So if we put the two groups of three together, so we've got the eighth notes and the 16th notes, or the quavers and the semiquavers, whichever side of the fence you sit on. We have this kind of texture. So you can hear how it kind of pops out and has different kind of ideas coming out. And then the last texture, because I was thinking in kind of groups of 4/4, this one is a texture that's kind of trying to jump out at that kind of what should I say? That kind of time signature, that kind of time feel of kind of groups of 4. So instead of groups of 3, da, 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 we have da, 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 da. And then that's just the octave above. So let's play the... Now, what notes did I use for this? So this would be even more consonant again. So E flat, D, and C. So in C minor, flat 3, 2, 1. And that's flat 6, 5. Sorry, flat 4, 3, 2, 3. Then in A flat, 5, 4, 3. Then F minor, flat 7, 6, 5. And then G. So we have E flat, but a G, and E flat is a flat 6, 5, 4, 5. So all in, we kind of have this full G flat 13 kind of dominant sound when you include the other pattern. So let's and then to kind of make it stand out a little bit, every 4 beats I increase the velocity of whatever note was playing. So we have this da 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 da. Yes, when you explain things with a microphone rhythmically, it can sound quite funny. So here it is without my stupid weird vocalizations. Okay, so I just added another one then an octave above. And the great thing is now that we have our 3 textural patterns, we have our groups of 4, groups of 3, and then double time groups of 3. You play them all together and you get this rhythmic pattern, or this overall textural pattern, whatever you want to call it. Texture, rhythm. Okay, so there is definitely scope for more textural patterns here. And there are 2 ways we can go about orchestrating this or developing interest in it. So the first and easiest way to develop the texture, should I say, because it naturally develops harmonically and rhythmically when you do this. So it's great. It's like the lazy man's version. So I'm going to take the double time semiquaver, and for this one I'm going to, when the pattern repeats, is here, and take this, and very simply I'm going to offset the pattern by one semiquaver. So I'm going to take this, all of this, and move it all so it starts just a beat behind. And straight away you'll see how this interacts. So I play it from like 2 chords ahead. So here it comes. And if we wanted to get like really fun, I should be labeling these, but again, this is kind of just for demonstration purposes really. And copy this and then put these up an octave so we get this. And back on. So you can hear in that pulsing rhythmic pattern start to evolve just because they're all playing together. So whatever your ear kind of latches onto at the time is valid. And this can be a way of kind of composing as well, because you can set up these rhythmic patterns that are really simple, and then you can start to hear other things held within them. So kind of it offers you a composition that you can kind of draw from and, you know, expand on if you like. So we can do that again with this one. Maybe I should start labeling these. So chords. I know I haven't looked at this one up here yet. This is just kind of a melody line, but it doesn't really do anything too interesting. So So is this 4s in low or high? And then, yeah, that's low. So 4 pattern, low. Oh, $sign, dollar bills, yo. 4 pattern, low. 4 pattern, high. And then we have 16th. 16-3 pattern, low. I think this is low. That's not 16th either, it's 8th. So we have 8th low, and then I'm going to copy that because I am lazy. If you have been watching these live streams at all, you will know that the quickest way is a straight line. Then we have our 16ths. So we have our 18th pattern, 16 pattern low. And then we'll move this up. Yeah, you should be labeling things much earlier than I do, because I tend to get complicated pretty quickly. Yeah, that's just the way I am, I suppose. It's the way I'm built. And then we have 16 pattern offset. And again, sorry, that should be 16th pattern, not 8. And again, 16 pattern offset high. Okay, so that is the quickest way of development, of pattern development within minimalist cell writing or pattern writing. If you're into like dance music, this should be kind of this will be already kind of in your in your natural kind of beat making and pattern composition anyway. So this comes from composers like Steve Reich and Philip Glass, and who else did rhythmic patterns? John Adams. This is kind of a simplified version of things that they were doing. So and you can really go to town on this. So you can duplicate that again, start it at the next. Or if you want to kind of get into this in a different way. So this is like development by just offsetting your rhythm. That's kind of essentially what you're doing. So because the rhythmic pattern's steady, it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. You don't have to worry about it too much. If the rhythm is kind of, if it's not a steady pulsing rhythm, then it'll come in at different places and you might have kind of harmonic clashing and things going on, which can be cool. Another way you can get into this rhythmic offsetting is by using a delay. So let's put on a delay here and we'll go for something kind of slow, I think. So like a half note. See how this sounds. So I want to kind of know what it's doing on its own. If we want loads of feedback, as in like we want loads of repeats, shorten the delay time. I quite like super long delays are really interesting. Because then the delays start to interact with the original notes. The sounds are very complicated. So this is kind of as far out as we can get, really, isn't it? So your ear is constantly drawn to different places, and delays just sound cool anyway. So rhythmic displacement is the first step into kind of getting these textural ideas down. So let's talk about the other way. Like, there's lots of ways you could develop it. Like, I mean, you can change the melody, or you can change the rhythm, or you can change whatever you like. I mean, it's your thing. You're composing, right? So the next thing we can do is, and yeah, in 20 minutes we can do this. The next thing we can do is take one of the patterns and orchestrate it. So let's take this pattern, the low pattern, and how many notes have we got here? Let's see. So we go. Let's just kind of get that working on its own. Okay, so yeah, okay. What do we put this on? What would be a good maybe a woodwind family or a string family? What are you feeling? Or a synth, or whatever you want, or drums. I think I like the idea of a woodwind family, so I'm gonna open up the winds, and 1, 2. So we've 4. This is in groups of 4. So we've 1, 2, 3, 4, and this might be a bit painstaking, but if you know a quicker way of doing this, let me know. So we go typical flute, oboe, clarinet, and bassoon. This would be very nice. Okay, so I'm just going to work, because this is a repeating pattern, I just need to make sure that it's repeating over a full set of chords. Okay, and that's where it changes. So bar 8, keep that in mind. Now again, this might get boring for you watching it, but if it does, I apologize. But I keep having to remember to talk during these things. Now, where is that? It does not look like it's going over, but see? Anyway. So this will be the flute, and I need actual flute sound would be good. And I'm just going to find my library, Spitfire. Not sponsored, but you know, Spitfire, come hit me up. Do great examples. Strings, woodwinds. Here we go. And on the alto flute, we want the flute. And we'll do multiple flutes in a section. And we want a super short. So maybe a tongue. Tongue would be nice, wouldn't it? So let's have a listen, see where we're at. Now it's not going to be playing everything. So it's going to be playing the first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat. So go in here. This one doesn't matter. So first beat, we're keeping 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. This will be the same every time, but 2, 3, 4. So we end up with this kind of little one. So we have this little tongue that, and that kind of articulation will add into the dynamic of this whole piece as well. So the oboes then, and that's where like some of the orchestration on textural things gets really fun, because each instrument only has like a really short contribution. So how is that contribution going to be? Is it going to be like really pronounced? So because these are all on the ones, whoops, after selecting everything there, we can increase the velocity so this really sticks out. So we have this. And here I want to get the oboes. I hope I have time to do this now in 10 minutes. But you'll get the idea. And come along. Where's the bar for moving it? And we'll just make these staccato. And again, in here we go. And this time, it's every second note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Sorry. 1, 4, 1, 2. Is that right? And this seems to be the pattern here. So let me just copy that. Have I fucked this up? Probably have. Hey, what happened? Oh, all that mess is there at the end. That's weird. And yeah, I have fucked this up. So where are we? On 1, we've 1, 2. The joys. I should probably go back and do all this again. But what I think I will do is cheat. I know I have this right. Actually, it's 2 bars, isn't it? And then it starts again. So let's see. So this should be 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. I promise this is going somewhere. So if you have just jumped on this live stream, what we're doing now is we're orchestrating a minimalist rhythmic pattern into a woodwind section. Good times? I think so. So clarinet then is going to be on beat 3. And this time I'm just going to go through it all. So here are clarinets. Now you can get as granular as you like when you are doing this. So, a trill might be nice. We'll see. It might either sound totally lame or it might sound cool. So here we want to get rid of the first 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this starts on 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3. Oops. What was that one? I fucked it up again. I can't believe it. So 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3. 4. 1, 2. 3, 4. All right. Wow. You'd think this would be easy, right? Okay. Now we should have 1, 2, 3. And that's pretty cool. Okay. And then we better go in and assign them a better register. So for this, well, let's get the last one done really quickly. So this is probably super long-winded for people who are very good at orchestrating from single piano sketches, which is not me. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can go. Okay, and this needs to be a bassoon, so need to assign this to a bassoon. I'm not worrying about articulations and playing things in yet. I like to do articulations and stuff in kind of the mixing stage. But that's just me. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for the bassoon. If it decides to work. Yes, here we go. And straight up marcato. So let's get the bassoon kind of more in register. And here we go. There we go. Too low. Bit farty sounding. Let's try that. Clarinet. And what's the name of the register for the clarinet? That's kind of that vocal kind of range. I can't remember. There's a name for it. The something register. I know. If you remember what it is, hit me up. For an oboe, possibly okay there. Yeah, I think we get the flute up a little bit more. So might be a bit full on. But let's hear how that sounds. So yeah, we don't have to have those particular articulations. But now we have this 4 pattern kind of. I'm quite liking the trill on the clarinet, if I'm honest. I know it's a bit cheesy sounding, but this is a great way of putting a texture in as well, for like an ostinato part of if you're writing the picture and you want like an action ostinato, and it breaks up your woodwind writing from just being really straightforward. Here are my chords, and I'm going to break it in. So. And then you can develop each of these sections. So it can be used as a jumping off point. So you have this. So the flutter tongue sounds good. It's might be a little bit too busy for what I'm looking for. Why did it not play the second note? Yeah, because here I want the velocities. Oopsie daisies. Yeah, velocities to be a bit higher. And here, velocities are way down. Okay, so obviously you would consider that, you'd consider that a little bit more than just lashing it on, but it gives you a good idea for what it feels. So all in together, and I'm just going to play it from here because it comes up to the rhythmic variation, which is going to add a bit of something to it. And the great thing is you can copy and paste this. Don't come at me. So here comes the rhythmic variation and the orchestration. So you get the idea, just in terms of how that can be kind of developed out and orchestrated, or hopefully it's given you a few ideas of how you can kind of develop rhythmic patterns, and coming from maybe a different point of view, to have, you know, where you're writing for rhythmic patterns rather than writing for kind of traditional harmony and stuff. So it's kind of textural writing. Anyway, thanks very much for jumping on and joining the conversation. I'm not going to be here on Friday mornings for a while. I don't know when I'll be back, but in the meantime, I'm going to have some straight up normal YouTube video content. I hate that word, content. You like that word, content? But thanks for coming and hanging out on Coffee and Composing. If you have any questions about any of this material, or you just want to get in touch, reach out and say hello. Leave a message in the comment. I reply to everybody. And yes, thank you very much for, hanging out. I'll see you soon.